When the first thing you do when you groom a horse is you use a curry comb. You just go in circles. It's just a rubber brush, and you start up behind the ears and you do nice big circles. And this just gets any dirt, dead skin, hair, anything like that out of their coat. It also promotes circulation, and they typically really enjoy it. Some horses are a little ticklish and are not too fond of it. This one in particular loves it, so she's always excited for any kind of attention. The next brush is the body brush, and this one you start at the head of the horse, the same as the other one, and you just do long strokes. This just gets off any dirt or debris that you had got up from the currying. It also lies the hair flat, so when you put on your equipment, there's nothing sticking out in the wrong way that would interfere or affect the horse. You always want to go with the hair. One of the most important things to do is pick out your horse's feet. This prevents any stones to get in the hoof, which could cause bruises, which would lead to lamenesses. So it also helps get mud out, so it prevents bacterial infections. So it's a pretty important thing to do. You'll stand facing the back of your horse beside the leg that you want to pick up, and you just run your hand down along the inside, and they know the cue, so they'll pick it up. They have a section in the middle of their foot called the frog. It is a triangular shaped piece of hard tissue, which is very tender. It acts as a shock absorber, and this is where you want to make sure you get all of the stuff away from it so that no little stone will get lodged in the sides, which could cause bruises. And it just popped out. So the first piece of equipment we put on is our saddle pad. They come in different materials. Usually they're just cotton. They've got some padding on them. It's just to protect the horse's back from, the saddle and anything that might rub or pinch. So we'll put this on. You want to place things just behind the wither of the horse, which is kind of like their shoulders. This just helps with movement. If you have it too forward, you're going to restrict movement, so you want to put it just slightly behind. And then we put on our saddle. This one has extra sheepskin, that's just extra padding. I've got my girth still attached, which is just the part that connects the saddle to the other side to keep it on. So it's the same thing with your saddle. You just place it slightly behind the shoulder so you don't restrict any movement from the shoulder blade, which is what you need for the horse to go forward. Especially if you're jumping, you want those knees to come up. So On this side, this is how the saddle attaches. We've got the billets. Usually you have 3, 1 is your spare. So if any of these should break, you're got an extra one. So they're just normal buckles. So this simply goes on to the other side. There's usually some elastics which just help when doing it up. Definitely something you want to make sure is nice and snug so you don't come off when you ride. And that's the saddle. This is the bridle. It can be very complicated at first. There's lots of pieces of leather and it takes practice. But first thing you want to do is with your reins, put the reins over the horse's head. This way, when you're taking off the halter or the ties, your horse, you still have something to hold on to should they decide to vacate. So we're going to undo our ties and our halter. Most of them get used to this. She's already lowering her head. Usually they want to help. She's going to smile for the camera. So facing the same direction as the horse, put your right hand over the nose. This is again to help should the horse try to get loose. This one's quite tame, so I don't think we'll have a problem today. Grab your extra bits of your bridle in your right hand. You want to cup the bit with your hand, put it up to their mouth. She already knows, she opens up her mouth. Some of them you have to slide a thumb in. And then you want to pull the crown behind their ears. Make sure your forelock's out from your brow band, just so it doesn't irritate them. We put the straps on the inside of the noseband. And the noseband you want to do up relatively snug. Usually so you can fit 2 fingers. And we just put the extra in the keeper so it's not flapping around or out to get stuck on something. And then your throat latch goes under their cheeks by their throat. This one you want looser. Just because their head moves around a lot, you don't want it to restrict any movement. Usually about 4 fingers from their chin. And same thing, we just put it into the keepers to prevent anything from getting caught on something. And that's your bridle.
I'll be over at 10, you told me time and again, but you're late. I wait around and then I run to the door. I can't take any more. It's not you, you let me down again. Baby, baby, try to find a little time and I'll make you happy. I'll be home, I'll be beside the phone waiting for you. Why do you build me up, buttercup baby, just to me up, buttercup, don't break my heart.